So there didn't seem to be any clear distortion to last week's number. Obviously, over the past several weeks, however, in the past several months, the level has been more elevated than would be expected given the number of layoffs. And some of that is probably just related to the backlog of claims that's taking a while to be processed here.
Ben, that said, you'd expect a number like that, and there'd be a lot of concern in the market, especially about where that COVID relief is coming from. But the Dow is only down about 50 points today, even though there has been no forward movement really on these relief talks. How do you think that's still going to factor into the election?
Hey, Kelly, good to see you. I think it obviously will make a significant impact. I mean, this election is not going to be decided exclusively on the economy and more so a referendum on President Trump and his handling of COVID. But this increase in jobless claims and the slowdown in pace of job creation is obviously very concerning and has led people to be quite frustrated and I think is adding to what is a significant lead for Joe Biden in the polls. So it will be a major issue in the election coming up. And I think markets are reacting not terribly to it, I think, because there is a growing belief in the markets that Biden is probably going to win. Democrats may take the Senate, in which case there could be a significant and large stimulus package once Biden is sworn in. So I think at this point, there's disappointment that it's not getting done now, because obviously it needs to get done now to help the economy, to help create more jobs, to help small businesses. But I think there is some growing belief that we will get a big stimulus at some point in January after a Biden inauguration. So that's probably offering some support to markets right now.
Mike, can you give us a sense of the outcomes for GDP and unemployment based on, a big stimulus package in the next quarter or two versus maybe not getting one at all?
So if we got a stimulus package like was being considered the past few weeks, $2 trillion, that could add several percentage points to GDP over the next several quarters. Now, if we don't get that, I think the economy can continue to grow in the fourth quarter and into the first quarter. But, as Ben pointed out, then we have to have a whole new discussion about the type of stimulus we would get under a Biden, which could also be quite significant in the order of several percentage points on GDP, which would translate into, generally each percentage point of GDP gives us about a half percentage point lower on the unemployment rate. So we could be talking about some pretty large numbers here.
Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.